Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer and it's Tuesday. Time to look at some online video news from last week, and all the stuff I have to share with you in this video has to do with YouTube. However, I am always running into more stuff that I would love to cover but just don't have time to in these videos, so I will be continually posting those links to our Facebook page and our Google Plus page, so if you are not a part of either of those, links are below, go check them out. But let's hit the big stuff, mostly surrounding YouTube, and that is the first one is that YouTube is experimenting with a couple different ways that they are presenting advertising to your viewers on your longer form content. Really, they're just taking Hulu's approach and saying, do you want to watch this ad or do you want to watch this ad at the beginning of the content? Then you don't have to watch any more ads throughout the rest of the video, or we can chop up your video, to maybe interrupt it twice with two other ads somewhere in the middle. And what multiple studies have shown is that people have a much more favorable experience with the ad if they get to select which one they want to watch, and they have much higher brand retention. They think much more favorably about that brand. It's just really good for the brand, and presumably it's good for the viewer as well. That's what I want to hear from you guys about in the comments. Do you think this is good, or do you feel like that's too much effort for someone to have to make a decision like that at the very beginning of your content before they can even watch it? The second story is on All Things D, and it is linked up below if you want to go read the whole thing in its entirety. Basically what they're saying is that people are seeing their views and engagement and all that other stats, those are all climbing, but the revenue they're making isn't keeping pace with the amount of engagement that they're getting. In fact, you have some networks like Machinima who are laying off lots of employees because they can't afford to keep them because they promised a lot of their partners a higher CPM than what they are now getting from advertisers. A lot of top creators are saying it's harder and harder to generate an income and revenue from their efforts here on YouTube, so they're being forced to look outside of YouTube to monetize their audience, which is something we've talked about here at Video Creators several times in the past, that just don't get locked up into YouTube's ecosystem with your subscribers and with your monetization business model and everything. Start an email newsletter and start building an email list outside of YouTube so that when YouTube subscriptions stop or break or don't work, you still can have access to at least some of your audience. And don't just rely on YouTube ads for your revenue, because if you have a video that's flagged for copyright and you can't take care of it and your AdSense account gets shut down, there goes your entire business. So in this article, it talks about a couple ways people are monetizing their audience outside of YouTube to kind of offset for the lack of money that they're getting from ad revenue now, and that includes concert sales, CDs, just like swag and fan paraphernalia in general. Others like Freddie Wong are launching their own websites outside of YouTube to engage in their audience, where they can sell a higher CPM for advertising and find other ways to sell merchandise and upsell and really monetize their audience. The CPM value drop on YouTube is partly due to the fact that YouTube has recently opened up partnership basically to anyone with a YouTube account. And so there is so much inventory now for them to monetize that the value per ad impression has dropped. But this is how YouTube responds. They came out with a statement and said this: a key part of growing the platform is opening up inventory, which enables more partners to succeed by monetizing their content. This can lead CPMs to fluctuate in the short term, but it's good for the partner's ecosystem long term. We're seeing this happen as overall partner viewership, revenue, and subscriptions are on the rise. Do you guys have any thoughts about this? Comment below and let me know what you're thinking. Have you seen your ad revenue go up and down? Personally, I look at it sometimes, but I am not counting on that for my business model. It's kind of just icing on the cake. And finally, YouTube updated their iOS app so that now those of us on iPads, iPhone, iPod, whatever can now do the same thing that Android counterparts and actually their mobile site has been able to do for a while, and that is quickly and easily just broadcast whatever video you're watching on your screen directly to your big screen TV. You'll need to have a smart TV that has the YouTube app built in, or an Xbox 360 or some other console that has YouTube. You should just be able to pair your device to your screen by typing a little code it gives you, and then forever your iOS device will be paired to that television screen, and whenever you happen to be on the same Wi-Fi network as that Xbox or television or game console, you can quickly and easily just tap on the little television icon in the upper right corner while you're viewing the video on your phone, and boom, it just transfers right to your television instead. Which I think is really cool, because now I can watch a video on my big screen TV while also browsing other videos on my phone. What do I want to watch next? And just kind of add it to queue to automatically play after the one on my television is done. Or I can comment, thumbs up, read other comments, all that kind of stuff. Just kind of like I would do on a desktop, but sitting on the comfort of my couch, which is right here. here. There we go, right there. Watching my TV, which is right in here. If you'd like to see a step-by-step tutorial on how that works and what it looks like, I will put a link in the description below, or you can click this annotation right here to go watch that video. Granted, that video is actually using their mobile website, but the same steps basically apply to using the YouTube app on your device as well. Two other stories I want to tell you guys about real quick because I think they're valuable. One is 10 questions that you should ask before joining a YouTube network. It's from Big Framed blog. It's really good. I'll link to that below. Also, if you are an Android user and you want to start doing more mobile editing of video right on your mobile device, I'll put a link to that below as well. So check those out below and make sure you subscribe because tomorrow we're going to do some YouTube tips for you guys. I'm going to show you how to use a quick, simple little tool from Google that lets you make some pretty engaging videos. On Thursday, we'll do some Q&A and talk about some questions that you guys have, all to help you who have a message really communicate it well using online video and reach to people that really need to hear what you have to say. So subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. See you then. Bye.